What it do, YouTube? Your boy Eyes and Ears Tactical back with another video. Man, man, everybody going in on these little YouTube videos. I've noticed a lot of people putting a lot of content out. So, yeah, like I said, I went to the range, shot the firearms and my shotguns, but I want to show y'all what I did. So, as you know, YouTube, just let you know before we get started, safe control environment. These firearms are all unloaded. There's nothing in the chamber, nothing in there, nothing in the tube. Empty. Okay, safe control environment. So as you know, was I bought this 18 and a half inch. It was in the Shockwave format, and I was like, damn, it was so nice. I was like, damn, I don't really want this to be a Shockwave because it's too nice of an actual full size shotgun. And I was like, damn, but it shot well as a Shockwave and everything. But I was just like, damn, man, I want this to be a full size shotgun. So that's what prompted the purchase of the Maverick 88. But I had always wanted a Maverick 88. I always wanted both of these. I wanted the Shockwave and I wanted a Maverick 88. I always wanted one. But the Shockwave, the original Shockwave, is a 14.37-inch barrel, and that is not on the California gun roster, so we can't have that one. However, we can have the 18-inch one, and this actually works out better because you could change out the stock, the grip, and everything, and you still stay compliant. So it kind of worked out perfectly because if I was in a free state, I probably would have bought the 14.37-inch, and that one you can't do anything to it. You have to SPS it or some shit like that. So this I kind of get used to that magazine release button. So you got to kind of rest your knuckle up against there. Kind of interesting. I mean, you got to figure out how you're going to manipulate that, and what I did also on this one, I put another spacer in there. So now it came with 4 spacers. I got 3 in there. So this feels a little bit better. To be honest with you, it feels better with those 3 spacers in there. So I'm gonna probably leave this like this. And like I said, I still got that Raptor grip. So what I did was I went ahead and took the Maverick 88, clear weapon YouTube, nothing in there, nothing in the tube, empty firearm. So what I did was took that grip off of that and slapped that baby up on here. So now I got the Shockwave back again. You see what I'm saying? So pretty cool. Now this is a situation where you would definitely want the tang safety right here in this configuration. So this crossbow thing kind of sucks, but so that's how that looks. The Maverick 80 looks like this is how the Maverick 88 looks with the Raptor grip on there. So if y'all can see that, I mean, pretty clean. I mean, 18 and a half inch. Yeah, man. So I thought I like this setup for the Maverick 88. Now, I can always, like I said, I can always put the stock back on here. Now, I do notice this in the Shockwave configuration, because the Maverick 88 is a lot lighter than the 590S. This is not as bad in the Shockwave configuration because it's not as heavy. So that's cool. I'm about to shoot it and find out what's going on with this. But yeah, man. So that's what I did, man. Let me know what you guys think. Should I put it back, the stock back on it? But I mean, like I said, it's nice to have all these options. It don't take long to take this off. I mean, it's just a screwdriver basically, in a couple of minutes, and you can swap these things out. Now, shout out to 2A Ninja. Shout out to Silver and Black, another T-shirt. I forgot to mention that. Another T-shirt. You got the little chevron right there. Got your, you know what I'm saying? And this one looks pretty cool. I don't know if y'all can see that. Silver and Black Entertainment. Good looking. But yeah, like I was saying, it would be cool. 2A Ninja brought that up. Shout out to him. He said, well, that'd be tight if Mossberg came out with an adapter that you can put on there and then you can just pop off Raptor grip, SGA grip, whatever you want to put on there and just pop it back on. That would be neat instead of with the screw thing. But anyway, yeah, that was a good idea, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But Yep. Now I got the Shockwave back, 18.5 inch. Now I was thinking, like, if I was now that I'm gonna be moving to a free world, let me get some water. Gotta have the water. Oh, Missouri, Boston College. See, Missouri ranked sixth in the nation. Damn, I ain't paying attention. They in the SEC too. That's pretty good. Uh, Now if I was in the free world, now I'm gonna be in the free world. I was thinking like, man, would I actually buy a Shockwave 14.37 inch now, knowing that I got this? I probably won't get that now. So even though it's smaller, but now that I know that this works as good and it's a much better ballistics and you can change out the stock, now I wouldn't even do it now. So something to think about, guys. If you're free world or restricted state, get an 18.5 inch Shockwave and then do what you want to do to it. Set it up how you want to set it up. But this looks pretty clean though. I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's basically it's like the Maverick 88 Cruiser, but instead of a Raptor grip, the Cruiser I believe has a pistol grip. So that's pretty much the only difference what I did. I just configured this into the Cruiser format, but with a Raptor grip versus the pistol grip. And like I said, I went on Mossberg to try to buy that pistol grip, but it's out of stock. But I'll get it eventually, and then I'll have three different options. You know what I'm saying? Raptor grip, pistol grip, and full stock. That'll be sick. And then, like I said, and they can all work on that too. They can all work on this. But this is gonna stay like this. I think this is a great setup for a full size, full stock shotgun. You can't go wrong with the 590S. Shoot all shells, 18.5 inch. I mean, you can't go wrong. So I ain't probably gonna mess with this. Like that pistol grip and Raptor grip, they ain't gonna. It'll probably not be on this. But this, I can configure this, mess with this all I want. Depending on what the situation is, what it calls for, what I'm doing. Which leads me to my next conversation. So when I moved to Louisiana, man, let me tell y'all what happened, man. Clear weapon, you two, nothing up in there. Let me tell you what happened. So my wife, man, the deal was originally we were supposed to fly on the move and ship everything, ship both cars, all that kind of stuff. But then she was like, when I drew out the map, the drive, I dotted out the route, and she was like, "Oh man, are we going near Roswell? I don't know if y'all, Roswell, New Mexico." And she's like, "Are we going through there?" I said, "No, that's north off our route. We're going straight across Roswell. You got to go up." So she evidently she went and mapped it out, and then she was like, "Oh, but it's not that far." So instead of going all the way through and stopping, one of the stops was like San Antonio or something like that. Now we're gonna go up to Roswell, and then we're gonna stop in Dallas, I think, or something like that, and then come back down. So we're gonna actually drive one of our cars. She wants to see Roswell, and she for some reason she thinks that she won't. This might be her last chance to see. I'm like, well, we can always fly to Roswell. And she's like, no, we probably won't never do it then. So she's really into Roswell, the whole alien thing. So we're gonna go to Roswell, spend a night there along the drive, make it kind of like a field trip, like a little road trip. So we're gonna drive, stop two or three places, and make spread the drive out. We're not gonna drive straight through because we're not really great drivers at night, and we're old, and we can't do more than 8 hours in a day. So I mean, if I'm feeling really good, I could probably push 10 or 12, but I'll be completely exhausted the next morning, which puts you back, back to ground zero again. So we're gonna spread it out. So what brings me to my conversation? So I'm gonna another reason why we driving because I didn't really feel comfortable with having my guns being shipped with them dudes. These guys. It's a lot of war stories where people shipping stuff, and sometimes there's a lot of scams. You gotta be careful when you pick a person to move your furniture and all that kind of stuff cross country because there's scams where people stuff end up in warehouses, side of the road, and they use your shit to traffic drugs. There's all kind of scandalous little operations with that stuff. So we had to do a lot of homework, and we went through a reputable company that someone had used many times. So we're pretty safe. But I was just thinking, like, man, when she brought up Roswell, I was thinking, like, well, if we're driving, I'm gonna bring all my guns with me. I can get them all in the car. I don't have like 40 guns, like 2A Ninja. What does he say? He got like 50 guns, something like that. Citizen to a citizen. That boy, ain't no way he gonna be able to drive with all his guns unless he ran a U-Haul truck. He got hella guns. So a lot of you guys who got way more guns than me, you would probably have to ship a lot of your stuff. Like I got a pistol case, so I can put all my pistols in one case because I got like a Pelican case that my buddy gave me, and I cut all the foam out. And I'm glad that when I cut it, I was gonna cut it just for a few pistols so I can hold more stuff. And then someone said, no, cut it where you can hold all your guns, all your pistols that you actually own. And so I cut it for every single pistol, so all my pistols fit in one case. So that's pretty neat. And then all my short barrel rifles, I'm just gonna disconnect them all, because here's the thing: I'm gonna be crossing state lines. Shout out to the alert zone. He always brings this up. When you're traveling with a firearm and you crossing borders and states, you got to make sure you stay in compliancy. So once I leave California, I'm probably out of the most restricted state in the nation. So I'm good. Once I cross into Arizona, I'm good. It's a free state, right? Then when I go to New Mexico, that's where it's gonna get tricky. So what I got set up for New Mexico is this is how I'm gonna travel. I'll tell you what weapons I'm traveling with, just so I can stay compliancy. But then I'm gonna sneak one in once we get into Texas. Now we'll get to that. So when I'm in there, when I come out of California, I'm just gonna be standard with my this is what I'm traveling with. I ain't even going front. This is exactly what I'm traveling with. Like, that's gonna be active. Like, everything else is gonna be packed away, but these two firearms are gonna be out. So I'm gonna travel with my old reliable tier 1 concealed. I'm gonna have this, and I'm probably gonna put my ulti clip with with my beltless receiver on there, because I'm gonna be wearing basketball shorts. So I'm gonna get a nice snug uh fit. I can wear this with my regular core belt with pants, but I'm not going to be wearing pants on this trip. I'm going to be wearing. I might wear just maybe khaki shorts with a belt, but whichever way, I'm gonna still rock this. Though I think maybe not. Who knows? It's irrelevant really to this conversation. I don't know why I even did that. That was a waste of everybody's life time. So let me just that doesn't even matter, because I'm gonna be driving anyway. So So I'm gonna have this, my Glock 23. I'm gonna have my Glock 23 in this configuration, and 10-round mag. But here's the catch: I gotta look into New Mexico. Did that stupid governor, did she get that pass? I believe she tried to go down to 7 rounds or 8 rounds capacity max. Now I gotta look that up, because if New Mexico has that law, I don't want to be rolling through there with no 10-round mag. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be rolling through there with 10-round mag. I can take 2 out, make it 8, but I don't even know if that makes you compliant. So what I'm going to do, once we getting ready to head to New Mexico, I'm put this up in the box, take that out. Then I won't have a pistol, just the way, because I don't have no 8-round. I don't have no. I was going to buy a revolver just for this trip, just to have, so I can have a pistol on me when I go through New Mexico. But I'm only going to be there for a short period, just one day, one night, and then I'm gonna be up out of there. So I didn't feel like that was worth that, because I don't want to make an impulse buy for something I don't really need or I'm not going to use. So like I said, coming out of California, I'm gonna have this in this configuration, okay, and I will have this sling right next to me with all these rounds on it, with 15 rounds of double aught buck. I'm gonna have that, and then I got 6 rounds on the side, and then this will be loaded with 5. So that should be able to get me through. If anything else in that, then they try to get me. So I'll have this, I'll have that, and I'll have this, and I'll have my Glock 23. And when I leave California, when I'm in Arizona, I'll have these right here, because we're staying in Tucson. The first stop is gonna be in Tucson, because that's where we're gonna stay. And my daughter has a friend that goes to college there. She plays softball with, so we might stop and have lunch with her. And we're gonna spend a night there in Tucson, because that's like 6 or 7 hours from San Diego. And we just stop there for a night in Tucson, Arizona. And I'll have these 2 right here. And then we get up and start pushing for the next trek, which will be Roswell. Put this up. Then I'll just have this primarily, you know what I'm saying? And then once we leave New Mexico, we'll head into Texas. Then I'll break this back out, and then I'll have these 2 in Texas. And it'll be for the rest of the trip, because everything else is a free state moving east. We go through Texas, and then we hit Louisiana. So those are free states, and I ain't got to worry. These are all configured. One of the things I was going to do is, when I hit Texas, I was going to break out my 7.5-inch AR-15. But then part of me thought, like, well, wait a minute, I'm still going to have a California ID, but I will have filed my. I will actually be. My postal address is going to change when we leave. So the day we leaving, that address will be, my new address will be Louisiana. So I would no longer be a resident of California, which means that I will be able to have full max capacity magazines, short barrel rifles, all that kind of stuff. Because the states that I'm moving to, Louisiana is a free state. Don't need a concealed permit there. Texas, you don't need a concealed permit there. So I have my concealed permit, but my point is none of that stuff is going to matter once I hit the state of Texas. I'll be able to just do. I can just have whatever gun I want to get me through the rest of the trip. But I believe my 7.5 inch ARP, my 7.5 inch AR-15, and this and that, I'll be just fine. I just want to have the AR in case it's multiple attackers or something like that. And maybe this moment won't get it done with multiple attackers. Like, so if I had the 7.5 inch AR-15, I'll be able to defend me and my wife on the road a little better. If some fools want to try some Mad Max Thunderdome shit, try to box me in, and I only got this. Well, I'll be like, oh, stand by. I might just roll my 16 inch just to get away from all that short barrel stuff. That's what I might just do. Just activate that once we leave Roswell. Throw that in one of my bags and have that motherfucker up in there. So if they try to come with some Mad Max Thunderdome, try to squeeze me in, I'm busting out my AR-15 with 30-round mags, and we gonna hold it down. We gonna see who the baddest. So worst case scenario. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna be, guys. That's how you're gonna travel. And that's why you got to know the gun laws and through the states that you travel and make sure you're compliant. But lucky for me, I'm leaving the most restricted state to the most unrestricted states. So the only state that's going to be a little problem, and it shouldn't be a problem, I'm just going to have to just make sure I stay compliant, is the state of New Mexico. But after that, man, Arizona, Texas, and Louisiana, freedom, freedom, freedom. Oh, yeah, man, I can't wait to get up out of here. I'm kind of done with California. I mean, I've raised all my kids. Man, we got a good life out here. I ain't saying I ain't never gonna come back. Don't get me wrong. I will be back in Cali to visit and stuff, and really mainly during the hurricane season. I ain't trying to stay out there through all them hurricanes. My daughter flew home for Hurricane Francine, and she leaves tomorrow. Matter of fact, to go back to school. School's back open again. Hurricane's moved on its way, but yeah, we already made that plan. We might just bounce out to California during hurricane season and have somebody watch our property, watch our house, while we are away. But yeah, man, it's gonna be way better living in an unrestricted state. And I just think, I just want to thank everybody because it's hard doing this gun tube content stuff. See, I'm holding this with one hand. This how light this thing is. It's crazy. I can't get over how light it is. Like, damn, for a shotgun, I just that's crazy to me. I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know if people realize how hard it is to do gun content in the restricted state because a lot of stuff we can't have. And I just want to thank everybody supporting my channel because, clearly I don't have all the best guns and I don't have all the fancy stuff and the trinkets and Cerakoting and all that suppressors. And, I don't go outdoors and shoot steel and do tactical stuff because I don't have that access living in the metropolitan area. But the one thing I do have is I have a personality and I have a lot of knowledge on certain things in life. So a lot of my stuff, my content and conversations be about trying to educate people and creating a narrative where if you live in a restricted state, don't let people in unrestricted states like talk you down and talk bad on you. Oh, you only got a 10-round mag. I could never live in a state with only 10-round mags. Well, that's fine, man. I get that all the time. So if someone watching this, don't worry about that. I hear people say it all the time. I get a lot of comments and saying, "Oh, commie California, this or that." I'm commie California. I mean, America's commie. I mean, what are you talking about? Apple's one of the largest corporations in America, and they're in bed with China. And I'm pretty sure everybody who says commie California has some type of Apple product in their possession or in their home. So it ain't just California, man. Our country is communist practically, man. We're in bed with these cats. So just because your state hasn't been hit with a lot of crazy, stupid federal restrictions on firearms, don't think your state is not in bed with these fucking assholes in DC. They're in bed with them too, man. So anybody watching this that lives in a restricted state, don't let if you want to do gun content and you don't have a lot of firearms and you don't live in a free state, you'd be surprised, man. Upload your videos and let people see how your perspective on firearms and what it's like in your state. A lot of people are interested in that. I am. If you in some restricted areas like that, I'm going to your channels deliberately because I want to see how you rocking and rolling. And I do believe the biggest thing to have in a restricted state is the restricted states. If you live in a restricted state, the biggest thing you can do to help yourself is get that state concealed weapons permit. Get that, man, because that'll be that can equalize it, man. It doesn't matter about the round count. You only can carry 10. As long as you can carry a striker fire pistol concealed in a restricted state, you're ahead of the curve than most of the people in that state. So, because remember, the bad guys, they're not worried about no damn permits. They're not doing all that. They're gonna just be strapped anyway. So, you got to keep that in mind when you live in these metropolitan cities with restricted gun laws. The first thing you need to get is that permit. Get that permit. Well, I don't care how long it takes. Don't let nobody talk you out of that too, because I'll be hearing a lot of rumors in California like, oh man, it take 2 years. It took 3 years. I mean, no, it don't. From start to finish, it may take close to a year, but as of the last 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years, the last 4 years, the CCW permit's been flying out of the state of California sheriff's departments. Particularly, I can't speak for the whole freaking state, but particularly Sacramento County, whatever that county is up there, those sheriffs are all down for getting those permits pushed out. Los Angeles County, believe it or not, they are into pushing those permits out. San Bernardino County, their sheriff's department is totally down for pushing those permits out. King County in California, they are definitely, that's Daryl Ice's old area. They are definitely into pushing out those CCW license. I think Ramona, I don't know what county Ramona falls in. They fall in San Diego County, Ramona, California. Their San Diego County is the fastest county to get your CCW. I think we're second fast. I believe Riverside is a little bit faster. I believe Riverside County is a little bit faster than San Diego, but not by much. But San Diego County has the most CCW instructors out of all those counties I named, except for LA. So we have like 95, 96 licensed CCW instructors in San Diego. And the reason why that's significant, because up until like 8-9 years ago, I think San Diego County only had something like 70. So they've added like 20, 30 more instructors in the last 5 years. And people saying, well, what does that matter? Well, that matters because then that means that people don't have to wait for an instructor to get their required hours to get their license. So the more instructors in your county, the faster your process is going to be. Real talk. So I just want to bring that part up. I know I ramble a little bit, but I just want to bring that up because like I said, I'm in a restricted state, moving to a free state. I think when I get there, I'll be able to get some good content on both scopes of restricted state, unrestricted state, and also I'm about to travel too. I'm about to drive across these states, so I can give you guys some insight. Let me know in the comment box if you guys want me to vlog it. You guys want me to go live on the drive from San Diego to Louisiana, New Orleans. If you guys want me to go live, put in the box like say go live on your trip, and that way I can show you guys. And I'll probably try to pull over some cops or something like that. Not pull them over, but if they're in my presence in the liquor store, the gas station, I can ask them some questions or something, see if they want to go live. Because I've done that before, and you'd be surprised. A lot of cops like to talk. I wouldn't know if their opinion in on like, man, are you feeling like pressure from this and that and the other? And they actually like to talk about that stuff. So, but let me know if y'all want me to go live on a drive so we can see what it looks like, and I can show you some scenery, show you all Roswell, show you the desert in Arizona, show you some parts of Texas. I don't know, it won't be fabulous on the road to Texas. I've driven in Texas before. It ain't shit out there when you're driving across Texas. But yeah, man, that's what I got, man. Maverick 88, Shockwave, not Cruiser, because it doesn't have a pistol grip. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think, man. Till the next time, man. Hey, man, get strapped, man. Get you a shotgun. They fun, man. And everybody stay blessed. Bing. Peace.